Your warm-up starts with 45 seconds of a wall sit shoulder opener and then 3 times through a circuit. 10 pillar to plank, 10 inline lunges, 10 Cossack squats, 5 down dog handstand push-ups, and 20 flutter kicks. Let's take a look at it. Beginning with a wall sit shoulder opener. For this, you're going to get into a wall sit position, ideally knees around 90 degrees, your entire back pressing into the wall. That's really important. Try and erase any space, especially between that lower back, nice and tall. Hands shoulder width apart, thumbs up, keeping that back contact, arms locked out. Raise your arms as high as you can, ideally trying to touch the wall, and back down again. Just slow, controlled movements, and back down. Every time you raise up, try and get a little bit further, really opening that shoulder angle. 45 seconds of a wall sit shoulder opener. Your circuit begins with pillar to planks. A pillar is also a low plank or a plank on your forearms. So set up here, squeeze your butt, body long and tight, one arm at a time, up to a strong plank, pressing away from the ground, hips still open. On the way down, make sure your hips come with you. Down and up. Up and down is 1. We're going to get 10. Your warm-up continues with inline lunges. So the inline, one foot out in front, we're going to line that other foot up right behind that heel, up on your toe. So pressing through that toe, ideally not the ball of your foot, but the toe of your shoe. Drop down and back up. Drop down and back up. The closer this toe gets to your heel, the more challenging this will be. Don't win the warm-up. We're just warming up some lunging and some balancing. 5 on each side, 10 inline lunges. Cossack squats. Cossack squats, feet start nice and wide, chest tall, eyes forward, squat back, down, to the side as low as you're able, back up to neutral, back, down, to the side. Every time you get to the bottom, make sure that heel is still on the ground, knee is over your toe, you're as tall as you can be. If this is hard, walk with your hands. You can absolutely walk yourself into these bottom positions. 5 on your right side, 5 on your left side, 10 Cossack squats. Down dog handstand push-ups. This begins in our down dog position. So legs locked out, arms locked out, head through your arms as much as you can. If you can get up in your toes for this, even better. We're gonna drive the crown of your head forward, tap the ground, and right back up again. The closer your hands are to your feet, the harder this will be. If it's really hard, come on down to your knees, press, and through. Up and down is 1, we're gonna get 5. Finishing with flutter kicks. We're gonna hit that strong hollow position, legs together, arms cover your ears, little kicks here. If this is too hard, release that hollow, head on the ground, hands beside you, little flutters. Still too hard? Go higher. This flutter kick is easier than this flutter kick. Don't do giant flutter kicks. Still tiny little kicks, whatever version you're capable of sustaining. 10 on your right side, 10 on your left side, 20 altogether. Your Metcon today is an at-home benchmark. We're doing at-home Mary. That's a 20-minute AMRAP of 5 couch handstand push-ups, 10 alternating pistols, and 20 bent over seesaw rows. Let's take a look at it. At-home Mary starts with 5 couch handstand push-ups. Now, if you have a place you can do handstand push-ups safely, controlled, really being careful of your head, always something underneath, totally cool. However, we're assuming most people don't, so we're doing couch handstand push-ups. I'm going to demonstrate this on a chair. Toes up. Make sure this piece of furniture is really stable. It's not going to slide around on you. Walk your hands relatively close. The closer you are, the harder it will be. Crown of your head to the ground. Press through. Forward and back. Walk right out to get out of it. Up and down is 1. We're going to get 5. Remember, the closer you get to that object, the harder it's going to be. Again, if you have a wall that you can really safely do handstand push-ups and you're good at handstand push-ups, rock and roll. but RX for at home is couch handstand push-ups. Second movement of at home Mary is 10 alternating pistols, also known as a single leg squat. So balance on one leg, down below parallel, right back up again. Left, right, left, right. If you miss one on your left side, if you go down and your foot hits the floor, you don't get back up, you still have to complete a pistol on your left side before you do your right side. Now, if you don't have pistols, I really like those inline lunges we warmed up with. So toe right behind your heel, as low as you can go. If that's easy, touch that toe to your heel, as low as you can go. If that's easy, toe to your Achilles, all the way down. After that, we would bring your toe in front, still touching that leg, and so on and so forth. 10 alternating pistols. Final movement of at home Mary is 30 alternating bent over seesaw rows. You need 2 objects of roughly equal weight. I'm using a tonic water here. Tonic water, 1 seltzer and 1 tonic water, both a liter. It's probably 3.5 pounds, something like that. This is totally something you could potentially go heavy on. If you have a couple of dumbbells, if you have a resistance band, imagine standing on a resistance band and pulling it toward yourself, but it doesn't have to be heavy. 30 is a lot. For these rows, you're going to break at the hip, shin stay vertical, really, really strong back in that lumbar curve, as close to parallel as you can get. Right side to your chest. As your right arm comes down, your left arm comes up. So alternating. Each time is a tap. It'll end up being 15 on each side, 30 bent over seesaw rows. We're going round and round for 20 minutes, as many rounds and reps as you can get. Enjoy at home Mary. Your finisher is a 9-minute EMOM with 3 stations. The first minute, you're going to do 15 4-way dead bugs. The second minute, 20 per side of a seated pike flutter kick. And the third minute, 15 per side of a twisting plank. Let's take a look at it. 15 4-way dead bugs. Set up for a 4-way dead bug, legs straight up in the air, erasing any space between the ground and your lower back, and you want that true for the entire movement. Legs locked out, arms locked out, slowly and controlled, never letting any space open up between the ground and your lower back, as low as you can get, and back up. As soon as you start feeling space in that lower back, you start breaking, stop, your dead bug's over, fix it, fight, 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 and back up. Up and down 15 times, rest for the remainder of the minute. 40 seated pike flutter kicks, that's 20 per side. Sitting nice and tall, legs straight out in front of you. The further forward you reach, the harder this is going to be. So if you don't have a lot of experience with this, keep your hands relatively back, you somewhat tall. We're going to raise your legs as high as you can, and here, legs locked out, little flutter kicks. They don't have to be big. 20 on your right side, 20 on your left side. The more you lean back, the easier this will be. So if it feels terrible, consider leaning way back here, even on your elbows. It's totally cool. This is tough. 40 seated pike flutter kicks. Third movement is twisting planks. This is a big rotational oblique movement. You're going to set up in that low plank pillar on your forearms, really tight, and twisting, you're going to tap your left hip to the ground and your right hip to the ground. And left and right. Maintaining that tight position, trying not to rock and roll the rest of your body around too much. Big oblique ass here. 15 on your right side, 15 on your left side of a twisting plank.